Let's go. All right, cool. Nice. What's going on, Mr. Cliff? Boom.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
What? Hey, I am doing incredible, Mr. Cliff. How are you, sir?
All right.
Let's do it, man. Talk to me. How's your week going, sir?
Oh, well, it's only Wednesday. So,
Yeah.
a funny thing happened on the way to the forum, as they say.
Okay.
That was last week.
Yeah.
I was pulling into a parking spot to pick
Okay.
up some food to bring home.
Yeah.
The guy in the spot next to me, as I was pulling in, opened up his door,
Mm-hmm.
right, and caught my mirror. So he broke the passenger mirror. He wasn't looking. I mean, there were no lights on. You have a
Yeah.
parked car there, so I'm just pulling in, and all of a sudden, boom, the door opens,
Okay.
and
Wow.
right, and it turns out that because I was the one that had a moving vehicle,
Yeah.
right, I'm the one that's responsible.
Oh gosh, man. So it's
Go
needless
figure.
to needless to say, it's not off to the most speediest fast start, huh?
No, and you call the
Okay.
insurance company, and
Yeah.
by the time you factor in your deductible, right, it's
Yeah.
you just go pay for it yourself, right? Because the the extra money over the deductible, they're going to charge you on the insurance premium for 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's
Them insurance companies.
right. Yeah, don't get me started.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Well, cool, Cliff. Hey, it's awesome to have this time with you. I know you're a very busy man, so I'm not going to take up much of your time. But we're just pretty much going to go through a couple of questions. I'm curious to know more about your business. I'm curious to figure out, hey, how we helped, how we added value, if you're willing to be recommending anybody. And also, you've been in business for a while now, man. I want to get some. So I'm still a young guy. I'm only 20, right? And I'm a brand spanking new business guy, right? So I would love to just swipe some information from you, get some knowledge, get some wisdom, see what I could do to apply it to future clients and future projects that I have. But cool.
Okay.
So before I called you, um, talk to me. Talk to me about the state of your business before I called and offering, of course, the 0% interest. Take it away.
Okay. Well, we are a healthcare IT company.
Mm-hmm.
The parent company is located in the Raleigh area of North Carolina. And we have two wholly owned subsidiaries, one
Mm-hmm.
in the UK and one in High Tech City in Hyderabad, India.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And this came about because I had started Practive Health right back in 2015 as a C Corp.
Mm-hmm.
We were working with a company in Glasgow, right? And it made sense that they become a part of our company. And they also had the sister company in Hyderabad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we ended up with the two wholly owned subsidiaries.
Nice.
But it's, healthcare around the name, the legal name is Practive Health, which
Yeah.
stands for proactive,
Okay.
right? And the idea is to catch problems that people have with their care early
Mm-hmm.
and involve the people that love them to help them. Don't
Nice.
try to do everything through, the medical system.
Yeah.
Get a friend, a family member, right? Spouse, children, give them the information they need to go help, right? Their loved one and enable them to communicate effectively both directions with the clinical staff that's helping the patient.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that really improves care. Also, people are much more willing to listen to a family member who is helping them because they love them rather than somebody who's paid, right, to come to their house that they don't really know,
Mm-hmm.
right? A lot of the time when people are sick, they're not adhering to their care plan. They almost don't think like they have any problems. They
Sure.
want to ignore the fact that they're having problems. They're embarrassed to talk about them. And yet what you need is the help of someone to get to them to make sure they are staying on their care plan, right?
Hmm.
And preventing major crises from developing, right? And the company's got, we have a true platform. So one of the strengths we have is the ability to customize and optimize the way they want to practice medicine. And we do that by providing Boolean expressions as to what to change and what should be done without having to change the underlying software. So our ability to rapidly integrate, other forms of health data,
Hmm.
communicate with other systems, right? And do these things is very quick and relatively inexpensive compared to a company that has to modify their software platform
Hmm.
to do these things, right? So that's kind
Nice.
of so the company's been around now, a little over 9 years, right?
Nice. Cool, man. And let me let me ask you this. So we got you the 0% interest credit cards, and so that's pretty cool. We're rocking and rolling there. What problems were those able to solve for
We had noticed as we were out, looking for both an investment and long-term loans, let's say,
you? Hmm.
that our credit score was below what we thought it should be. And part of the reason is that we were paying our vendors directly,
Hmm.
and the vendors don't report to the credit agencies, right? That you're a good client, that you pay your bills on time. They
Hmm.
don't report anything. So the credit bureaus never got any information about the company. And so your credit score basically shrinks. So a financial consultant that I was working with said, you should find somebody, right? Get some help and start paying all your bills,
Hmm.
right, to the vendors through a credit card, because the credit card companies will report to the credit bureaus that you have very good credit. You utilize the credit card and you pay your bills on time,
Nice.
right? And they will report, and that will build up your credit score,
Okay.
right? And I said, okay, what's this going to cost? And then, we got introduced, and you said, well, yes, there's a fee up front, but a lot of these credit cards, if you know who to go work with, there's 0% interest for the first 12 months, 15 months, 18 months, depending upon the other features of the card, right?
That's
Do you
right.
want a card that's got cash back, or do you want a longer term on the 0% interest? So if you
Hmm.
calculate out, the savings on the zero on the interest charges,
Hmm.
it's quite significant. So the help that made it very easy for us to say, let's go get a certain amount of money,
Hmm.
right? And credit cards, find somebody to work with,
Hmm.
right? That knows the banks, knows what to do, knows the process. All right. Okay. There's, a 10% fee, but you know what? That comes back many times over
Hmm.
to the company, right? Longer term, when you get a much stronger credit score, when
Hmm.
you're looking for a long-term loan, a line of credit,
Hmm.
a long-term, line of credit, or just an investment when people are looking at the company and saying, how strong is this company, right? From a
Hmm.
financial standpoint.
Nice. Let's go. That brings a smile to my face, man. I'm glad we could make that happen and connect it, dude. That's awesome.
Yep. And
Um.
you guys did that very efficiently.
Hmm.
You handled all the details, kept us, well informed,
Hmm.
so kept things organized so that I could concentrate on running
Yeah.
the business, the things I had to do, rather than saying, oh, Cliff, here's a new thing for you to learn how to deal with all the banks. You educated me, you got things arranged, and everything, happened also fairly quickly.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. We like to move with speed and precision. Yes, yes, sir. Cool. Cliff, would you recommend us to a friend, to another business owner? If like,
Sure.
of course it permits, right?
Yeah,
Someone's, oh, hey, do you know anybody? Cool. Well, I'm
yeah,
glad to hear that.
absolutely.
Tell
I'm, I'm
us.
always, I'm always happy to do that.
Hmm.
Companies that I feel, have an interest in a proper relationship
Yeah.
and have also been very good to work with,
Nice.
right? Not
Yeah.
just people that are pushing, 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 all right?
Hmm.
Right? But the people that are actually, it's good to work with people that you enjoy working with.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. And what talk to us. Where can like potential clients find you?
Well, we go to some, sometimes it's word of mouth,
Okay.
sometimes it's through partner companies.
Nice. Uh-oh.
Oops.
Nice.
Sometimes it is, some of the marketing shows
Yeah.
we have gone to, right?
Nice.
A variety of things.
Nice. Do you guys have like a web presence that they can find you at?
Sure. The web presence is under our DBA name,
Mm-hmm.
which is Excelicare,
Telecare.
which stands for excellence in care. And that's
Nice.
spelled Excel,
Hmm.
I care.
Nice. Nice. And we have that. And we'll link everything in the video
Yeah.
once it gets released. So cool, man. Hit me with it. Now I'm gonna be a little selfish, man. What type of wisdom can you drop on me? What type of business advice can you give me? If you could give me like favorite books that you read, mentors, quotes, anything, what you got for me?
It's all about teamwork.
Nice.
Okay. Number one, building a relationship with the people you're working with and a relationship of trust.
Mm,
And that takes some time to do.
hmm.
And I always tell people, ask yourself
Hmm.
how you would like the other person to treat you, and ask yourself how they would like you to treat them. So understand both sides of the relationship.
Yeah.
Make sure you're doing the right thing for both sides of the relationship. Don't just take your side and try to get as much as you can out of that, but think about what the other partner or other company needs and make sure you're taking care of them too. And that level of trust really long term gets you much, much better results rather than, well, I got a great deal, but I took advantage of the other company. Well,
Mm,
they'll figure that out and they're not going to be willing to do business with you anymore. And you'll develop a reputation for that, right?
right. Yeah.
So building that trusted relationship and thinking about what are the needs of the other company. Same thing when you're dealing with your clients.
Hmm.
You know, if I was in their shoes, what would I ask our company for? And then let's bring that up ahead of time. So in
Hmm.
case they haven't thought about it,
Hmm.
right? We're helping them. And they will value us very much for doing that because that's unusual in the industry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me ask this question. Like what happens? How do you deal with customer complaints and them not being satisfied? Because I mean that's gonna happen, right? So how do you deal with that?
Well, we have a support team.
Hmm.
We track progress. We use a cloud system
Hmm.
so that clients can enter information if they have a problem. And then we have a team that reviews, right, all issues that are open,
Hmm.
communicate with the client, because off the majority of the issues that come in are not our problems. It's
Hmm.
misunderstanding on the part of the client.
Hmm.
In the IT world, they've changed a different part of their system. They've changed browsers, can sometimes cause issues,
Hmm.
right? Not all the browsers work the same and
Hmm.
work properly. So they call you and say, oh, I'm just starting to use a new browser and I'm running into these problems, right?
Hmm.
Happens to us, right? Using a variety of IT tools, right? So we take it again very seriously since we're in
Hmm.
the healthcare industry. to both respond quickly. And
Mhm,
again, we're able to do that because we have sites in India, the UK, and the US.
mhm,
So we can do handoffs, right, from one site to the other to continue working, let's say, on a difficult support issue that has come up. Or it may be a legitimate problem on our side. How do
mhm,
we get this, right? First of all, fixed. Second, do the root cause analysis to say, how did this happen?
mhm.
And are there any other situations similar to this that we should think about now? Not wait for a customer to run into that problem, but we need to think about our system to say, let's identify similar areas and go check them to make sure that they cannot have this type of problem.
Mhm.
So you're using the problem that the client ran into to your advantage to find other problems that may be in the system before anybody experiences them.
Nice. You're bridging that gap.
That's correct.
Nice.
And clients really appreciate that when you have a discussion with them that says, here was the root cause of the problem. Not just that we fixed the problem.
Mhm,
Here was the actual root cause of the problem, and that we have modified our testing procedures, right,
mhm.
to detect this type of problem in the future when we're doing right testing on a new release. It's not sufficient to just fix this problem. You need to
Right.
get to the root cause of the problem and put the necessary steps in place to make sure this problem does not repeat. And clients really have an appreciation for that, knowing you've corrected the problem and it's not going to happen again.
Nice. So it's almost like the way that I can understand that, it's almost like, hey, look, don't just put a band-aid on it.
That's
There
right.
we go.
That's right. Find out what the root cause of the problem is. Put the Band-Aid on it.
Mhm,
So deal with the initial issue.
mhm,
It's not affecting the client's business. And then go determine what's the proper root cause and long-term fix. And then, of course, ask yourself, is it something like this possible in other areas of the system? Right?
mhm,
And verify the test procedures that are in place to make sure that if it does happen in development, the test procedures will catch it. And so you'll be able to fix it before it impacts any clients.
mhm. Let's go. I like
Yeah.
that. Well, cool. Hey, so Mr. Cliff, that's all I have for you. Do you wanna, speak anything else? You got anything else on your mind? Anything you wanna brush over?
Again, the level of support
Nice.
that we received
Mhm,
and we're still working together has been
mhm.
excellent, right?
Nice.
The progress that you've made is also very, very good in terms of the people. You arranged the meetings, got things set up, and I can tell you did a good job because when I spoke, let's say to the people, at the banks that we were dealing with,
Mhm,
they were already well educated
mhm,
about us and what we were looking for,
mhm,
right? So that's important because then
mhm.
they feel like, all right, there's good trust here. The
Yeah,
information, right, that I received was correct, right,
yeah, yeah.
from Loancater, and everything lines up. So some
Nice.
those quote unquote business interviews or whatever you want to call them, many of them turn into a friendly exchange
Yeah.
where they get what they want, then they ask you questions about the business. Oh, where did you grow up? And in my case, they always ask, you have a 408 area code cell number. That's from Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
Aren't you on the West Coast? And I say, no, when I moved, I grew up on the East Coast.
yeah.
I then moved to the West Coast for 15 years. I moved back to the East Coast. I kept the same cell phone number, so everybody didn't have to go around changing everything.
That's right. Let's
But the
go.
only problem with that is people say, oh, 408, he's in California. I can call him at 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Oh, got it. There we go. Nice.
Sorry,
Cool.
I can't talk now. I'm having dinner. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. Yeah, yeah. And maybe they might be thinking that you're on the East Coast. They'll call you in the morning. It's like 6 a.m. Yeah.
That's exactly right. You got it.
Cool. So, all right, Cliff. Well, hey, I'm grateful for this time with you. I really am. And if there's anything else you need in the future, we're going to be able to help you out, add some value, support, give you world class
Yep.
customer service. And cool, man. If you need anything in the meantime, just let us know. We're still working with you, of course.
Yep.
And cool, man. We'll go from there.
Okay. Very
You
good.
got it. Hey, Cliff. God
Okay.
bless you, man. Keep crushing it, sir. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, Zach. Take care now.
Yes, sir. Bye bye.
Bye bye.